In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add text to a video just using your phone. Before I'm going to do that, I just wanted to explain why we're trying to do that. The reason is twofold, and first of all, adding text makes video clip more informational. It adds more information to it, and also makes it more interactive. And social media is using that a lot nowadays. If you have noticed, for instance, on Twitter, like this is my Twitter feed, and this is one of the movie clips right away that came up by BBC Russian, and it has a video and it has text over it that somebody who's scrolling through just grabs somebody's attention, the person's attention, and they can make a decision whether they want to watch it or not just by looking at the information that is offered on the video clip. Because, to be honest, we don't read all the detail here. We just, scroll through the feed. Well, actually, AJ does a really good job with text and video there. So I'm going to just scroll through. Well, here's a good example. So here's this new Philippine president who apparently is very tough. And if you look at it, it's got all kinds of information flying in and out of it, a lot of text animation. So it makes it more appealing to a viewer. And if I'm interested, I could actually tap on it and I could listen to it and watch through all of it, which is a minute and 21 seconds. So basically, it makes it more interactive and it grabs people's attention. And that's why we're trying to add text to our video clip today. So I edited my story using the iMovie, but iMovie has limited capabilities for adding text. So I looked around and I found this application, which is a free application called VONT, V-O-N-T. And I'm going to launch that. And there is the application. So this is the movie clip that I edited earlier. It's just a lot of cover footage of this event here, and we're going to add information to this cover footage that doesn't have any voiceover in it and make it more interesting, make it more interactive. Well, it's actually very easy to do. So you just tap here to add text. I'm not going to type in text here, and I think it's a good idea to type it up on your computer and send it to yourself through email, which I did earlier. So this is my email draft. So I'm going to select my first piece of information here. These are all facts here. I listed like 6 or 7 facts. And before I copy and paste this information, I just want to give you a recommendation there. These sentences have to be fairly short, because if you make it a long sentence, it's going to be not as dynamic, and people don't want to read too much while they're watching the video. And so keep it short, like I would say 7, 6, 8, maximum 10 words in each sentence. So I'm going to copy that. Go back to my application VONT, paste it there, and say OK. You can actually align it to the left, to the center, to the right. I'm going to just align it to the left, and you say OK. And there's my text right there. But the problem is obvious here, as you can see, is that I can't see the half of it, and I can see because of the background. The background is too bright. So I'm going to try to change the background. But before I do that, I just want to go back to my text and split this sentence into 2 by making a break there with enter return there. So now my text is all boxed up and it doesn't go over the limit, over the border of my video. So back to the background. So I wanted to change the background here. So I'm gonna tap on style, and you can change the color of the text here. See, black. I'm just gonna keep it simple. You can also add color and stuff, but we're gonna keep it simple. And I was trying to change the background, so I'm gonna tap on the background here, and I'm gonna go with black so we could clearly see it. But the problem is that with a black background, it's kind of blocking the video. So the way I found around it is like you can make it opaque by dialing up this alpha, and I'm gonna make it like 55% opaque so we can actually see through the solid background there. And I'm done. So I'm gonna say okay and done. Before I'm gonna say okay, just something else that I saw here earlier is that if you can actually save you can save these backgrounds. Like if you tap here on here, you can save that background. So next time when I'm adding a background, it will be just that. It will be consistent. And it's not going to be distracting, and it's super easy for me to just go on with the same background. So right now the way it looks is like that, and I like it. So it's white and it's got this opaque background, and I can clearly read and see what this text is saying there. Well, now I'm going to play it back. Well, the problem is this graphic is for the whole, for the whole clip, which is 41 seconds long. I want to make it short. I want to keep it short. So the way I make a decision how long this graphic is gonna stay on the screen is just by reading it. So I get a sense how long it is. There's a 90% gender gap in a high-tech workforce. I can pause right there, and I can trim this video once I pause it. I pause it at like 4 seconds there. And if you can't trim it, apparently if you tap on this one, the number, it will select your graphic, and then you can trim it. So there. Now, oops. Now I'm able to trim it. So I'm trimming it to be like 4 seconds long right there. So, and I'm done with my first graphic there. So I can play it back and see how it looks. Okay, great. So now I'm going to leave a small gap between my first and second graphic. So, and I'm going to add my second graphic. So add text, and I'm going to go back to my list of facts here. So select and copy, go back here and paste, and make a break in between so they're kind of in half, and say do that. So there, I could put it there, here, anywhere that I like, but I only like to be consistent. So I'm gonna kind of center it there. Well, it looks okay, except it's missing that background. So I'm gonna tap to add that background. If you remember last time, we saved the preset for the background, which is right there. I'm gonna so I think it was, no. Oh, that's the font, so sorry. So no, we need to change the style. Text needs to stay white. So I'm going to tap on background and do that. So now it's the same background from the preset. Or you can do the same. I mean, you could go black and then dial the 50% there. But it's easier to use the preset for me. So now we are done, and let's see how it looks. So this one is long too, so now we gotta trim this one. So I'm gonna tap on number 2 and make it shorter. Let's go with about same length, like 4 seconds, and see how it looks. So let's play it back. There. Startup Junkie is working to close the STEM gender gap. Just enough time to read and so on. So I hope you got the idea. One last thing that I want to show to you is that you could apparently okay, so if you select that text here, you can add an animation to it. So by tapping there, it says says a none. Right now there's no animation. There's fade, slide, slide from the other side, zoom in and out, and traverse. So we're gonna slide it just to make it more interesting. I'm gonna slide it from the left to the right and see how that looks. So let me see that now. So it kind of flies in from the right. Makes it interesting. I could do the same for the first one. I'm going to actually fly it in from the right to the left this time. Let's see how that looks. It's pretty cool. I like it. So now I'm pretty much done here. So if you're done, you just tap here and you export at the highest quality. And then you can upload it to your YouTube, or actually you can upload it to your Instagram, your Facebook, or Twitter. That way it's more interactive, so people will look at it and want to watch it. All right, so I'm gonna go on and edit mine, but I'm gonna wrap it here for you guys. Hope you got the idea. All right, bye.